Well, yesterday's version had the smell of dough. This has the smell of Vegemite, which is most peculiar. So it smells now like Vegemite. So yeah, we'll see how we go. But it's well mixed up now, and just having the bread just that dampness before you think seems to give it just the right consistency to blend it reasonably well anyway. So yeah, just put it in the bottom. It may be different with bread if we use breadcrumbs or something like that, but it'd be interesting if suddenly, you know, after this matures and we get some cyanophyta and maybe that red organism growing around the candle, we put some cape seeds down or something and they go off like a rocket, you know. I mean, the shortest time I've ever got any seeds to germinate was some Joshua indica seeds I got from the British Carnivorous Plant Society. They germinated in 6 days. Yeah, amazing. So could not believe it. 6 days. I actually had visible photographable seedlings to you know, seedling leaves, you know, the first leaves they have on an indica, to photograph in 6 days, mate, in less than a week. In one day less than a week. Yeah. I've got those in my photographic collection all those years ago. So yeah, I just don't have the money at the moment to reproduce all those photographs. You know, I've got a massive you know, negative slide, you know, a massive negative collection, I should say. Negative collection. Yeah, so yeah, I got a lot of stuff from the old days, lots of shows, you know, good pictures and stuff, and you know, old folks are probably in the society that are no longer with us and things like that. So I've even got the Chedo photographed on the Sunday after turning up on the Saturday, saying, "Oh, I've got a bigger dollar Tony than that at home. I'll go home and get it." After he won the prize, and I got one of him in front of his cephalotus back there in the 1980s at the old Goodwood orphanage and things like that. You know, so yeah, maybe I'll get that blown up one day or something like that. Yeah. Framed or something and give it to his family or something there. But so that his grandchildren can remember old Uncle Chedo, you know. And also have the anecdotal story to go with it. Of course, that's the important thing. It's like the stories of Dennis Daly, you know. You know, that's the one thing I was thinking about the other night is all these stories about being paranoid. And I'm thinking, well, how come I never had that with Dennis Daly? Never had any problem with Dennis Daly. He'd always say he'd do something and he'd do it. And if there was any difference with what he said he was going to do, it was always better than you expected. You think, oh, you know, he said A, B, and C, and maybe it was he had it in D or something, and you was just amazed that it was always better than what you expected or what he said he was going to do, you know. So he always said what he was going to do, and if there was any change in the plan or slight variation, it was always better. So anyway, I'm going to stick a candle in there and then yeah, slightly flood it, and before the rain comes, and because it's getting pretty bleak, and I've got to do some more cutting. As I said, I've Nutters Knoll LBGB, whatever it is, from the goodies. I've forgotten the name now. Jesus, they should bring the goodies back to proper, including the early black and whites that my dad goes on about. He reckons that the old black and white goodies episodes were better than the coloured ones, and they should bring them all back and digitise them, and maybe even give you the option to have colorized versions, so you can either watch them as you used to see them on your black and white TV, or you can see them redigitized in new wonder smegging colour sort of thing. Anyway, over and out for this clip.